On the previous episode 6 of the Ark official series, I found some tamed pterodons, and so I decided to try and kill them. And let's just say I get a little roughed up. Now, who would have ever thought that a man wielding a torch, fighting a giant ancient flying bird, would not be a fair match? Me, that's who. That's who's a friend of mine. He's pretty oblivious. The final and most important thing that I did the previous episode was I got the supplies for a 2x1, and I logged off in episode 6, the last episode, not knowing if my raft base would get raided and all the farming for the 2x1 and the supplies for it would be gone by the next time I logged on. It's the morning. I only got light to see. The plans for today were to find a very hidden place to make my new 2x1 and then transfer all of the loot from my raft to my new 2x1 base. Smithy, forge, and mortar. Now, with the goal in mind, I decided to pack up my 2x1 base and the things that go in it, like a smithy, forge, and mortar and pestle, and started searching for a hidden location to place it. All we have to do is go set it up. Alright, let's go look for a spot to set it up. I want it somewhere in here, so let's go. After all that roaming, I finally found where I would lay my 2x1 down. It was extremely hidden. Through all the peril and downs, I finally could safely say that I was safe from getting raided for now. From this single 2x1 is where all the chaos on the server will be developed from. Now that was all left to do to make this 2x1 my home was to get a respawn point in it, which could be done with a sleeping bag or a bed, and also transfer all the loot from my raft to the 2x1, but that wasn't needed at the moment. Man, who can't love a good 2x1? They're just so cozy. So with my 2x1 foundations settled, I decided to explore my new grounds very briefly, and I come across this very average drop. The only sign of human habitation in my very brief search that I found was this thatch foundation with a bed placed on it, but I may have spoken too soon. So I jump off this cliff expecting to die in the fall and then respawning at my raft base because it's right there, grabbing whatever's left on my body and then just bringing everything back to my 2x1. But what would you know, the second I jump off of this, I almost ran into this wyvern that was flying. Now, any other day of the week, I would have followed that guy and seen where he went, see where his base was, especially since I just had metal tools on me. But I was right next to my base, and if he saw me, then he probably would have found my base. And I don't know how he did not see me, seeing that I almost literally jumped on top of him. He must have been like watching TikTok while he was flying or something. I don't know. But hey, I'm not going to complain. Now, if you watched episode 5, you remember that Fat Cats gave us some intel on the conquistadores, saying that they had wyverns and griffins, and that they raided a lot of people that night. Now, I'm not saying that that wyvern was the conquistadores, but I would put my money on that it was, which means we're pretty hot on their tail. So next I start stockpiling some basic raw materials like wood, thatch, stone, flint for my new 2x1 so that it can turn into a powerhouse factory here soon. Now that I've officially placed my bed down in my new 2x1, it is now my new base. And now all there is left to do is to fill up my smithy with some booty from raiding bases. Then of course take down the conquistadores.
Possibly the most intelligent non-human creature on the island.
In the meantime, I found a note right next to my base. I also went back to my raft base and began gathering narco berries and spoiled meat to begin crafting narcotics that I could prepare to tame. And I crafted a crossbow and cooked up some arrows, just so that when I wanted to tame something, I could do it right away. With that, I logged off for the day inside of the raft base. So what you're seeing is that when I logged on, my raft base got raided and Humane killed me. So what I'm doing right now is spawning in on my 2x1 to see if they also raided that, since my raft was fairly close to it. Alright, raft just got raided, so let's go farm some metal. Before going out and farming metal, I stopped by my base to see if there was anything left of the raid, and it appears that Humane was not a solo because it looks like he used C4 and he was level 104. Now, when Humane broke into the side of my raft, it broke the smithy, and the smithy bag fell underneath my raft, so when I moved it, I found the bag, and it was unlooted. So I decided to repair my raft since I had the materials, and if somebody wanted to raid it again, they would waste explosives, and it could be used as a respawn point. After completing the repairs on the raft, I loaded up with anything of value from my raft base and ran it back to my 2x1. While I was organizing my loot, this raptor came up and started attacking our base, so I decided, hey, why not tame it? So I didn't quite end up taming it. After that little scuffle, I saw a green drop in the distance, so I decided to go check it out. A full set of hide armor and trank arrows, I wouldn't be running around naked anymore, and I could go tame some more stuff with my trank arrows. So I equipped my fine new hide armor and started shooting this little trike to try and knock it out and tame it. If I could get this down and tame it, it would make farming narco berries so much easier. So yeah, not the most convenient place for the trike to get knocked out because there's a Therizinosaurus right next to it that could kill it in an instant. Yep, so because of lag, when I stood up and ran to try and punch the Theory, the lag brought me back and I actually punched my trike, which brought down the taming effectiveness. See, I'm just leading the Theory away from the trike. While I was waiting for the trike to tame, I ran back to my base and I ran into the raptor. So I boloed it and attempted to tame it. Didn't go too well the first time around, but I'm not giving up. I'm gonna try again. I had a turn of luck. The raptor got stuck in the corner and I could just punch it till it went out. Now I have a raptor taming and a trike taming. First thing I did when I got back to my base was craft a trike saddle. And this is why I wanted a trike so badly. I mean, just look at the sheer amount of narco berries. with all those narco berries, I got 63 narcotics cooking. Lastly, I parked my new steed. I think I'm going to end the episode there, not because I logged off or anything, just because we passed the 20-minute marker, and that is my longest episode yet. So I truly hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.